Hariom. Today we are going to discuss about Brahmacharya. This is one of the types of Yama. As a part of Patanjali Yoga Sadhana module, let us focus on Brahmacharya. What is Brahmacharya? Brahmacharya is celibacy, chastity, purity, withdrawing one's own material pleasures, and also sexual abstinence. As the path of enlightenment is on for saints especially, Brahmacharya is very important. As the practitioners or sadhakas of Patanjali Yoga, we have to practice Brahmacharya. Of course, the definition of Brahmacharya in family line is little altered. But the essence of it is one and the same. You should withdraw your material pleasures and you have to live with purity, chastity. Purity, chastity. Living like lotus. Not expecting to possess, and a kind of detachment is all part and parcel of Brahmacharya. While practicing Yoga Asanas and Pranayama, we need to practice this Yama as well. It purifies us within and makes us walk towards the path of enlightenment. It is not necessary that everybody should have a goal of enlightenment. So enlightenment is not always that you need to reach there, something like Gautam Buddha, need to renounce the world. No, not necessary. For sainthood, it is different. For family people, it is different. People who are living in the society, it is different. So, if we have to talk on Brahmacharya, olden days, being in a family, getting married to, they used to follow Brahmacharya. How is that? It is that they used to get married only for progeny. Once they are done with the responsibility of keeping the family line on, the couple used to follow Brahmacharya and made a path of enlightenment. Now, being in 21st century, our goals are different. And mainly now our goal is to be with good health and to be safe and be prosperous and take care of us and take care of the world around as much as possible. So, in this connection, what is the best part of Brahmacharya we have to take? Purity from head and heart. We have to be chastised. Purity is what? We may think we are all pure. Yes, we are pure. When it comes to us, we want everything to be very beautiful and we think only on our side. We don't think of other people. We think, but expectation towards us, we point more and more. Focus is more on ourselves. Our happiness matters a lot. Of course, people say that my happiness is in you. I live for you. I die for you. But in one context, if we take, that is also because I want to see you happy. I want to see you living long. In that, we can see more of I than you. When I think of myself and when I think of yourself and whole of the planet, it is not necessary that I'm knocking every door and taking care of everyone. There is a tool of prayer. There is a tool of well-wishing. There is a tool of showing empathy. There is a tool of respecting and not hurting with an intention to hurt or with words or actions. Even though we try hard, sometimes without our knowledge, we hurt people. And when someone is walking on the road, simply people try to gossip. So as a sadhaka, you need to observe and take a step back in doing certain acts. Once you realize that yes, this is not good for that person. This is not good for the welfare of the society. This is not good for anyone. Maybe in that process sometimes we may have to convince ourselves. But convincing ourselves is very easy when compared to convincing others. And more than convincing, we should live for welfare of all. What is required, what is necessity, that kind of work we have to take, and we should go forward. Anyhow, what is necessity for me may not be necessity for you. Only yourself, you can know better what is necessity for you. Initially, you may not be knowing, but you should introspect what is necessary for me. Simply, people talk ill of others. You should withdraw that. Simply, when a person is absent, lot of discussions happen about that person. That kind of act to be withdrawn. In the absence of a person, we should never speak. Maybe they have their own justification. Or maybe in the absence of a person, when we feel that as a pleasure to talk about the absent person, we are degrading ourselves in our own eyes. When you observe, perceive things that way, you are more into self. Of course, there are certain fights, certain transformations. We have to bring change in the world. For that matter, the things are different. For that too, you need not gossip. You work for it. While taking care of that work to bring change in the society, you have to question, am I eligible to do this? When you get an answer that yes, I am, then am I really thinking of welfare of all or only a set of people? We need to check. As a sadhaka, this is very essential. And not only that, especially when you are training, Yoga Sadhana, Patanjali Yoga Sadhana, you should know how to explain about purity of life. When we explain this to the sadhakas, then they start checking themselves and also always allow them to speak in the end and throw an idea that what could be. To maintain Brahmacharya in a better way. You prepare a sadhaka to think and gain self-efficacy to walk on this path and handle certain situations boldly with courage, to take Patanjali Yoga forward with prosperity, with involved sadhana. A good trainer makes a good practitioner. Again, that good means showing empathy and making sadhakas taste the essence of purity. For that matter, a trainer should have capability to see whole world as their children. How you treat your child, to nurture that way, you have to see the world and your own self to get more and more nurtured. It is possible. If not in a day, maybe in years, or it takes a decade too. Once it gets a practice, you grow more and more beautiful and live like a lotus, taking even the filth, carrying everything around, seeing and walking, clearing the path of filth and going forward. Many spiritual leaders, philosophers talk about all this. But until you do sadhana, you cannot understand or experience the beauty of this. You may have knowledge about it, but if we cannot implement, what is the use? So please practice sadhana and practice Brahmacharya in a minute level or maximum level. It is up to you, but practice. When you are practicing, you will understand what is the real essence of Brahmacharya. It is not this, that, this, or something else. Every word got its beauty. And so wonderfully, Patanjali, guru of that BCE, has gifted us. We are so blessed. And anyhow, we already discussed that. Astanga Yoga is later versions of that. So, but we include this into our modules because all these things goes hand in hand. Kindly practice Brahmacharya and experience the essence of it. Hari Om Tat Sat.